Yo, what's up guys? So today is my first video talking about my brand new 2024 Kawasaki Klx 300. I just actually got the bike a couple months ago on July 15th of this year, 2024, and I got it at Troy City Garage. I haven't really ridden the bike much. It only has about 400 miles on it. When I first got the bike, I didn't have my motorcycle license, so I was very limited to where I could ride. But eventually I went to Hudson Valley and I took the motorcycle class to get my license. Definitely recommend Hudson Valley. The guy who runs it is very knowledgeable, very smart, and the whole class is super easy. I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and it was actually really fun to meet a whole bunch of people who were interested in the same thing I was. And the class was it was only 2 days, but definitely recommend it. If you don't have your license, go to Hudson Valley and take the class. So when I first started riding the bike, I was trying to do some donuts in like a gravel parking lot, and I ended up dropping the bike and I bent my clutch lever. I didn't break it, I didn't snap it, I just bent it a little bit. So that was alright. And then like a couple days later, I was in the same spot and I was doing the same thing. I was trying to do more donuts in the parking lot, and I dropped the bike again and I ended up snapping the clutch lever off. Not completely, but just the end of it was snapped, so the clutch lever was shorter than original. After I got my motorcycle license, I think it was like a few days after, I was at some local trails around in my neighborhood, around my little town, and I was trying to like go around this turn. I was trying to like kick out the back end, so I was trying to like just kind of kick it around, and there's some like really slick mud on the ground, and I ended up dropping the bike again, and it landed on the handlebar, and it bent the handlebar. So like the handlebar was like, it was the left one, so I'm holding on like this. The left one was like up, so it was like, it wasn't broken. The bike was still rideable, but it really wasn't at the same time because the handlebar was like up like this, so it was really awkward to ride. So at that point, I had to drive home and just let the bike sit until I went and got it fixed. So at this point, I had a broken clutch lever and I had bent bars. So what I did is that I called Troy City Garage up and I was like, hey, can you guys order all the OEM original parts? And they were like, yes. So I dropped the bike off on September 26th, and I actually didn't get it back till just recently, Monday, October 26th. So it took like a month or like 4 weeks to get the bike back because, so the story behind that is that I dropped it off right, and then I waited like 2 weeks, and I called them. I was like, hey, do you guys have an update on my dirt bike, my KLX 300? They're like, yeah, the bars came in. Hang on, let me back up. So originally when I went to order the parts, they were gonna order like a thicker bar, right? I was like, okay, because these right here, these are just the OEM ones that come on the KLX, right? They're gonna order me something a little bit thicker that Kawasaki provides. So they did that, they ordered everything, and then they called me and said that those bars didn't fit, right? So one of the guys at the shop said that he just bought the same bike as me, and he had taken the original bars off and put new ones on that he had laid around that fit. So he said that he would sell me the same exact ones that were on the bike for like 50 bucks. I was like, okay, sounds good. So at that point, I got another phone call eventually, and they're like, okay, I called them, and I was wondering if there was an update on my bike, right? And he's like, yeah, we're just waiting on the clutch lever. We'll call you when it comes in. I was like, okay. So a couple weeks went by, like it's like 3 or 4 weeks now that this bike's been in the shop. So I called them, I was like, hey, like, has anything happened yet? And so they were saying that the Kawasaki estimated that the clutch lever wasn't going to be in until November 1st, which is absolutely crazy. So what I did is that I hopped on Amazon and I overnighted a clutch lever overnight, next day shipping, and I ordered a clutch lever that got there the next day, and I called them up and I was like, hey, would you guys be able to put a clutch lever on if I ordered one? They're like, yeah. So that's what I did. I ordered one, it came the next day, and then that Monday, October 26th, I went up there and they installed it, and then I had the bike back, which is right here. So I don't know if you guys can see this clutch lever or not, but it's not an OEM one. Obviously, it's going to take way too long for the Kawasaki OEM one to come in, so I didn't do that. But this one's actually pretty nice. I'll link the clutch lever down below, so if you guys ride a KLX, 2024 KLX's fits, I'll link it down there so you guys can check it out. Let me look at the brand really quick. I just forgot what it was. I'll put a picture of it, of the box up. It's it's an MZS tuning lever. So it's actually a really nice lever. It's not a short level. It's actually it's black. It comes in different colors, but I just wanted black because it's kind of a neutral color. But it's actually a really nice clutch lever. As you guys can see, the bike is pretty dirty. I actually was here yesterday riding these local trails, and we're back today. But that's why the bike is all dirty. I was out yesterday. Yesterday was actually my first time riding the bike off-road on some off-road local trails I have around my area. And today we're back. So the first part of the video was me kind of explaining to you guys what was going on with the bike and how I got it and what's been going on. Now the second part of the video is the fun part where I'm going to go ride some local trails, and there's like actually like a little track down the way. Really quick before we go ride, so far this bike is amazing. The performance on this bike is absolutely incredible. Like I said yesterday, this was actually my first time riding it off-road, and it's incredible. It's amazing. It takes hills so easily, it climbs the hill so easily. But the two negatives to pick out so far is that, one, these mirrors are outrageous. They look like alien antennas. They're so long and they make the bike look ugly. They're just too long. So what I did last night is that I hopped on Amazon and I ordered shorter mirrors that actually go on the handlebar, and they like go down, so they fold down, so it's like not sticking out in my face. Alright, so that's the first negative I had that I don't like about this bike, is that the mirrors are way too big. My second negative thing that I don't like is that the license plate holder and the turn signal bracket back here is like way too long, okay? They order like a short one that I want to get. It's like just like cleans everything up, so the license plate is just like right under the fender here. But that was like my second negative thing about this, is that the fender thing right here, the whole license plate, was like way too long. So eventually that little cleanup adapter is only like 50 bucks on Amazon, so I'll probably order that eventually. But so far I like the bike, but that was only my two negatives, is that the mirrors are way too big, and then back here the license plate bracket is like way too long. Alright guys, so my big camera's about to die and I don't have an extra battery on it, on me for it right now. So what we're going to do is that we're going to just do a short little moto vlog. I'm going to take one more lap around this little track right here. This thing is so sick. It's kind of hard to see because the leaves are on the ground, but it's so flowy. This track is so good. These first couple whoops right here, these two right here are pretty big, so it's kind of rough when you start going through the first section, but over here it starts to smoothen out. But we're gonna do one more lap, and then there's some hill climbs I want to get on camera, so we'll go or just do kind of a short little adventure around this little trail area. So let's go. I've been like second. I switched from like second to third. I don't want to go too fast through here because of leaves, but maybe like 20 or 25 miles an hour I go through. Yeah, those whoops are super fun. You just gotta be careful in the first two because they're kind of big and outrageous. Alright. I said hill bob, more like hill climb. Oh, what the fuck was that, dude? There's like a fucking big ass rock or some shit I just hit. So not like me, I'll be like looking off to the side a little bit because I'm just trying to look for the first hill climb we're gonna go to. It is coming up very short. Second. Probably like first or second it'll be good in. God, watch out for these ruts. Piece of cake, that bike just eats it up so easy, dude. That was second all the way up. Started in first. Oop. Now this doesn't really go anywhere. I was here yesterday and I think they did like quadding trails, but I'm gonna turn around because there's like a it gets really muddy and I got stuck yesterday, so I'm not going to do that again because that sucked. I got stuck and shit, so we're not gonna do that again. But that's the first hill climb I wanted to do. Get it on camera. I know GoPros are kind of notorious for not making hill climbs look big, but that's whatever. I just want to see what it looks like after the fact. I chose the right path. I stayed on my right path, so oh, you can see, I don't know if you can see on camera, there's just like huge ruts, like you see that huge rut right there? That's the stuff you gotta be careful of when you're coming up here, because if you hit that, it'll ruin your whole way up the hill. You have to start over. So, I'm pretty impressed that I made it all the way up without having any issues. Just gotta find your line and stick to it and hope for the best. Now there's a couple more up here. There's another one down here. Oh, here we are here. Here we are. Oh shit, the ruts, dude. Oh, fuck, dude. See? The ruts, dude. I just got thrown off that bike. Oh my gosh. The ruts, dude. I had a pretty good line yesterday, but damn, if you fuck up one time, that's it. Fuck, dude, I didn't bring nothing. Oh, shit. I made it up so easy yesterday. Fuck, dude. The bike is fine. Nothing's wrong with it. I tried to, like, set it down slowly so nothing broke. Because last time, when I was telling you guys originally, like, when I dropped it, like, I was at this, the Chalkies, like, I don't know if you guys was seeing it in my videos, but I was at the Chalkies, and, like, I went around the corner, right, and I just dumped it, and, like, fell, so that's what I was scared of on that. You can't just drop the bike, like, I try to, like, really, like, I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. But this bike is 300 pounds, so when it comes down fast, like it's like you want to try to let it down as slow as possible without anything happening. So the bike is fine. I did this hill yesterday, but I just cut over here way too sharp, and my line should have been all the way to the right, but it was all the way to the left, and there's like a stick up there, and I just lost all control, and it just boop. So once you lose it, you're gonna lose it. There's no getting back from that. So we're gonna skip this for now. I did this yesterday. I promise I did this yesterday, but I stayed all the way to the right, and there's like ruts and stuff. This is like a quadding trail, right? So this is just like you really gotta know what you're doing, and I'm still kind of getting used to the bike. So we're gonna skip this for now. There's another one that's way down there we're gonna go to. Yeah, that sucked, dude. That was not fun. I had to cut the camera off because that takes a lot of work to get the bike back up from a hill. And that was on a pretty steep hill too. That wasn't just a little hill. That was a pretty steep hill. Oh shit. So trying to get the bike up, and then you gotta press the front brake so the bike's holding on. I ended up not even going back on the trail. I kind of just went down the side of the hill to get the bike down, and that was pretty rough too, because I did like yeah, that was a nasty situation. Say at the shop that this bike, the KLX 300 2024, the top speed is 90 miles an hour. So far I've got the bike up to, I think, like 84 miles an hour, I believe. Maybe like 82 or 84, I don't remember, but we can try to do a speed run really quick. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that right now. We'll do it on the way back, but I think I just got up to like 70. But I think I got... The thing is though, with this bike, there's no windscreen, so what you have to do is that you have to duck down. You have to duck down, put your butt back, all the way back. You're gonna duck your head down, and that's when the speed really kicks in, because then you're aerodynamic, and the wind starts going over your head. That's when you start really picking up some speed. So that's the trick to get some speed on this bike, is you gotta duck fully down like a crotch rocket. But you gotta duck like this, you gotta duck down like this. That's when you start really getting some speed. Here's that last hill climb I was talking about right here. We're gonna do this really quick. We got this all day. This is the easy one. Like it. Ready? Gotta stay in first, honestly. Got a second. Dude, this bike in first gear just rips, dude. It just ripped so freaking hard, bro. I'm glad I got that on camera. That was sick, dude.